Hey, good morning, everybody. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. Let's just get the CFTC out of the way really quickly. This broadcast, oops, give me a second, and we'll get started. This broadcast is for demonstration and educational purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. All right. With that being said, let's take some trades. If this is your first time joining us, we're going to be highlighting the AI Auto Trader, which once enabled is a fully automated trading system. We have a well-diversified portfolio of strategies. We're trading all of the futures index equities along with crude oil and gold. The system runs on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. So what's required to run the system is the NinjaTrader 8 platform and a live data feed. If you got those two things, you're in business. And let's just take a quick look and see what the market did overnight. Big move down. Well, overnight it seemed to go up and then back down. And now the market opened and it's kind of filling in the gap. So let's let things kind of settle down here. Hey, Kurt. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Marcy. And we just last week, over the weekend actually, this past week on Friday, released an update that included the pattern recognition, the smart stops. And coming soon is going to be the dynamically adjusting trading session hours. Let's look at our leaderboard so far this morning. The gold nugget. We'll have to take a look at gold. So we've got the 30 range NASDAQ, our haymaker. Our retirement plan is our 2-minute. Gold is up there. Our signal A, gold, is getting some nice movement, I see. And we've also got the haymaker. I mentioned the haymaker is on the leaderboard. So no big surprises. Those are some of our strongest strategies that consistently find themselves at the top of our leaderboard each day. And it's important to run these strategies when you first come aboard. We set up every single one of the strategies in their own separate SIM account. And this way we can see the historical trade performance of each strategy. And it's extremely valuable information, not only to us, but the technology, the logic, the AI component of this system relies heavily on data. And the more data that it has, the more powerful it becomes. So it's important to continuously run the strategies in their own separate SIM accounts, especially the ones that are the bots and the drones. And I just want to take a quick look. I looked last night at Forex Factory, and nothing really stood out. But let me take a second look. This morning, crude oil at 10:30. FOMC Bostic is speaking at 6 p.m., so we don't have to worry about that. So the only report I see looks like the retirement plan is getting ready to go short here. Is the crude inventory reports. So I'm going to close this browser. Good morning. And I'm currently using a trade copier. And what I do is I take my my favorite strategies and I put them on a copier, and I can copy my sim account right into my live account. And I always like to make the decision that's a database decision. At crude oil, the crude oil 1-day pass. Something's not right with that. Let me check it. I just saw it execute a trade. The 1-day pass on crude starts at 11, so we definitely got a problem there. Yeah, this is the one that during our meeting I mistakenly changed this one. Let me reload the 1-day pass template. That's the best thing to do. So all of the strategies come in pre-formatted templates. So all you'll have to do, let me start over just to show this.
Order submitted.
What I can do, if I want to reload one of the templates, is I would first disable it by unchecking the box to the far right. And I see my settings on the crude oil 1-day pass got out of whack. It was a user error. And so I want to reload the pre-formatted template. So once I've disabled it, I right-click on it and I select Edit Strategy. Edit the strategy. And now I just want to reload it to the settings that it came right out of the box. So just to make this a little more manageable, I'm going to squeeze it down a little. And once it opens up on the bottom right where it says template, I'm going to click there and then go to load. And then I'm just going to reload that CL 1-day pass template and click load. And now it will automatically adjust and fix itself.
Order submitted.
Maybe the times were changed. Okay, take it back. So once I load it, I always want to make sure that it's on the correct instrument. Ninja has a weird glitch that if you open up the strategy template and you make some changes or edits, the instrument will change. So you always want to make sure that you're on the correct instrument. And then I'll click OK and I'll enable it. Getting a nice move down on the NASDAQ, and the E-mini is bouncing. So they're doing a little bit of a sector rotation, it appears. But I'm going to go to the NASDAQ Signal B. That's one of my favorite strategies. That's the haymaker on a 30 range bar on the NASDAQ. Well, the Smart Stop 2 is at the leaderboard, so I'll put on the Smart Stop 2.
Order submitted.
So if the Smart Stop 2 takes a trade, I'll be in it. And I'd like to just quickly go through I always call it the what have you done for me latelys. These strategies get really streaky, and they go on a roll, a winning streak. So I like to look, over the last 3 or 4 trading sessions, which ones have been doing the best. Let's take a look at gold, Marcy. I agree. I see it's right up at the top. Let me pull up my gold chart. Got a big move down just now. Some good volatility. When you see big swings up and down, that's what the signal A is looking for. Big move up, big move down. It gets in at the low. We'll short it at the reversal. Now the haymaker is setting up on the 30 range. I always like to look for a match between my 2-minute chart, which is right above here. That's the NASDAQ on a 2-minute, and my 30 range chart. And I look at my moving averages, and you could see my moving averages on my 2-minute. My 50 is red. That's a solid line. And my 15 is below the 50 and also red. So market structure-wise, I'm looking for a short entry. On my 30 range chart, it's my 50 is green and my 15 is green. So I don't have a match there. I don't have a multi-time frame alignment of trend. Here we go with the short roll. And the cross comes up, signifying if it closes to the downside, that's a signal A entry. Now it's a little close to that area of support below. Those blue lines that you see below are areas of support. And our system will not trade into those areas of support or resistance. So although we did get that cross, the strategy didn't fire off because we didn't have enough room to hit our first profit target before it came into that area of support. So luckily, it didn't take the trade. So let's go back to the what have you done for me latelys. I want to welcome Audrey. Welcome, Audrey. Audrey is a new member, and she's in the medical field. Have a ton of respect for first responders, anyone in the medical field, military. If you put yourself before others, I have a debt of gratitude for you. So let's see. And Lincoln. Lincoln, yes. When I saw Lincoln's name, I always think of the book, The Lincoln Lawyer. I really like that book. So let's just go back. Let's just look at this week. I had a red hot strategy that I highlighted yesterday. I put it in the members area of our Discord chat. Here goes that signal B. So let me get that enabled. I'm going to put the signal B on number 17.
Order submitted.
Crude oil just jumped in.
Order submitted.
Signal B is in right now on a monster trade. No, actually it's up 365 though. Let's take a look at that signal B. That's our haymaker strategy. And what I mean by signal B is the trigger for the entry is the Laguerre has to be buried to the bottom of my oscillator for a short trade. It has to be pinned to the top for a long trade. So if this market starts trending to the downside, my RSI line and my Laguerre will be pinned to the bottom.
Order submitted.
So I'm looking for a break of this area of support. I'm getting a nice retracement. So I'm going to make another tab. What I'm doing is I'm making tabs on my trade copier. And I've got one of the tabs on my SimSmart Stop 2. And I've got another tab on my 30 range signal B drone.
Order submitted.
And I want to cover the bases of my leaderboard here. And I'm going to get, I'll put one on gold as well. Here we go. We need this break. There's more support to the downside on the Nasdaq. So I'm going to put a third account on, and we'll put it on gold. Take that gold signal A. And we'll put it on number 33. Okay. Getting a little bit of lag on my Nasdaq.
Order submitted.
And I wanted to spend a little time taking a look at the parameters of the strategies. Okay. God bless you, Marcy. Gold is trending good. Marcy's also in the medical field. My wife is an RN, and she's in the medical field as well. So, good women. Trying to find my lag. And we're going to let those run in the background here for a minute. Might get this short roll now on this gold strategy. The signal A entry. A lot of people ask, what's the difference between signal A and signal B? The signal A entry is when your Laguerre, your RSI line in your Laguerre, breaks down through the 80% line. It'll take a short position. Or if it's pinned to the bottom and it breaks up through the 20% line, it'll go into a long position. So it looks for those reversals, those shifts of momentum. Yeah, I've got no problem with the gold, but I'm just for some reason didn't take that short trade. It's a shame because I'm getting the cross on the MACD. Okay, let's look at the what have you done for me lately's. What I was saying was, as I shared, I'm really sorry. My screen's gonna go blank for just a minute. I shared yesterday in the Discord chat group the 20U NQ on the 20 Unarenko. I'm going to load that one up too. And you could see this week, this is one of my favorite strategies. I've been running it for a few months. This week it's just a beautiful, listen, you normally don't get a smooth equity curve like that. Unfortunately, it's always not a nice smooth ride up. But this one here, this week, and even if I go back to the whole month, from the 1st to the 28th, and I shared this template yesterday, the settings, in the Discord chat group. It's in that bottom channel, the collaboration channel. Let's give it just a minute to catch up. We're actually in the gold trade now. In the last month, it's up 2,800. And you can see it took a little bit of a drawdown and then came all the way back. We got a reversal. Okay, what it was is, I see why I didn't get the short trade on gold. I didn't get the short trade on gold because I had the 50 signal enabled. So it took the long trade because my 50 is green. So I'm in a long trade on gold. And I'm also in a long trade on the ES. I think I'm going to have to go a little lighter. I have a lot of templates that I'm testing on the NASDAQ, and I'm just going to disable the ones that I'm testing.
Order submitted.
Okay, so let's go back. Another strategy that I saw that did extremely well this week is the 50,000 PA account template. We've got some really powerful one-day pass templates. If you're a prop trader looking to pass the evaluations, we've got customized templates that will clear the hurdle in a very short time. One day, one trade, one pass. And once you do pass the evaluation, well, then we need something a little more sustainable. And we've just released a brand new PA account template on Friday, and it's been doing really well. It doesn't trade until about 10:30 or 11, if I remember correctly. Got a beautiful trade on gold. Oh, you know what? I could be in on this trade on my trade copy. I am. So I've got this trade copied actually. I'm in this position in gold, and I've got it copied across two Apex accounts. So I was able to get in on that trade. I saw it come up on my leaderboard, and I copied it over to a couple of my accounts. And hopefully it keeps maturing to the upside.
Order
Ah,
submitted.
it didn't. Okay, so I got a very small gain on that one.
Order submitted.
In a short trade on the Dow and a long trade on crude oil. I really want to get my NASDAQ going.
Order submitted.
See if I can get this corrected. Okay. All right, it's slowly but surely it's catching up for me. Ah, okay, we're back in business. Okay, be a little more selective.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Mm, mm, yeah.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, I'm back in business now. So let's get cranked up. Sorry about that. I just working something out on my charts here. Okay, getting some really nice moves on the Nasdaq. NQ 2500. Yeah, I saw those nice moves down, Rao. Now I'm ready though. Now I am ready. What I wanted to trade was that 20 Unirenko on the Nasdaq. I was saying that I had shared the template yesterday in the Discord chat. It hasn't been officially released, but we put strategies that are performing well in testing in what we call the bullpen. and it's the bottom channel in Discord.
Order submitted.
Here we go. Okay, we're in this one. Let's see if we can get a nice move to the upside here. So this is our 30 range signal B. Let's try to give it a little bit of room here.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Let's go to our 20U. And our 50,000 PA account. And I'm going to put a few different accounts on that one. 26, 24, 26, and 27. One of our members, Robert, in the Discord chat, who's in the trading industry. He's a professional, and he optimizes some of our strategy templates. And his on the 2-minute today is in the lead at 385. Okay, let's go back. What have you done for me lately?
Order submitted.
This is for this week.
Order submitted.
YM, about 50-50.
Order submitted.
There goes the Sim Robert. That's a counter trend trade. Looking for a reversal. The YM on the signal A is up about $53 for the week.
Order submitted.
One day pass hasn't hit this week yet. Let's look at the 2 minutes. These are no longer being used. The NQ 50,000 one-day pass is, it looks like it has $2,900 in profit and $2,700 in losses.
Order submitted.
Not too bad. Gold. Oh, we missed all the. I was looking at this PA account strategy. Not too shabby. It's up about $450
Order submitted.
with a 50% win rate.
Order submitted.
With a 50% win rate, I always say with our risk to reward ATM strategies, the way we manage these trades, if we can win 50% of our trades, we're going to do extremely well. So we've got the crude oil report coming out in 15 minutes. The NQ20 Unorenco is crushing it this week, and I've got a lot of accounts here set up on that one. In fact, I'm going to put them all on that one because that's my hottest strategy. So we're going to go 17, 26, 27, 24, 26, 27. Okay. So I really like the way this 20 Unorenco's been trading. So I'm going to give it a shot. I don't think it starts trading until a little bit later. It actually starts around 10 or 11. So if it sets up, it will fire a trade off. That's our one-day pass. Retirement plan this week. Besides 9:30 to 10, it's not doing well. 9:30 to 10, it has a sweet spot on all my signal A's. Between 9:30 and 10, all my signal A's or all my 2-minute strategies on the NASDAQ are up about $2,600. And that new update that's coming out that has the dynamically changing trading sessions would hone in on that 1/2 hour and automatically eliminate these red bars. Just wouldn't take a trade during the times that it's not profitable. So it's going to do this dynamically for us in the very near future. Let's go look at the Haymaker. The Haymaker is doing really well. The time that it's doing the best is pre-market, 9 to 9:30. If we include all of our signal A's on the 30 range, doing pretty well this week. Our 30 range signal A is crushing it. All of the signal A's combined, if we do them individually, the Haymaker is on fire. My Haymaker is up $944, trading one contract for this week. I need to keep an eye on this lag indicator. Okay, it's green lights. Looks good, looks good. So we're going to be getting in on the action here very shortly. I might go ahead and I think I have an NQ signal A, but that Haymaker sure looks juicy. I've got... Okay. So the NQ30 range Haymaker is on fire. The 30 range signal A bot. Look at the bot. 1652 for the week. Signal A drone 1465 for the week. So it's not a big mystery on which one to potentially look to get an entry on. It's that signal A on the 30 range this week is just crushing it. We have three signal A strategies: the Haymaker, which does not leverage the AI technology, and then we have the bot and the drone that do leverage the AI technology. And the drone is up 1465. The bot is up 1652. The drone tells the bot where to position its stop and profit target. So it's done better than the drone. And then the Haymaker is up 944, which is not terrible. But all the triggers were the same. The signal A. So we looked at the 2-minute. We looked at the Haymaker. Let's see what gold's doing this week. About break even on the signal B. Down on the bot. Gold has not been our strong strategy this week, which is good to know. I know not to put that. I probably don't have the best chance of winning on that strategy this week so far. So although I did trade it because Marcy and Rao did well on it, and I did get a small winner. So let's look at this ES6U. Not doing well this week. The E-mini. Signal B is down. Signal A, down.
Order submitted.
And finally, the crude oil strategies. So the decision is really not a difficult one. Going through the data,
Order submitted.
I think by far the 30 range signal A is our most profitable strategy this week. And then we have that 20U and the PA $50,000 account. So with that information, I'm going to change my signal B. My signal B today is on the leaderboard. So we're going to let that one go. So the strategies that I'm running, you see I have a signal B. That's the 30 range NASDAQ. And on the 50,000 PA account, I put 4 different strategies. Let's see when that kicks in. 10:30, we have crude oil. Ooh, that one doesn't start till 11:30. We might have to stay on a little later today. That one doesn't start trading till 11:30. That 50,000 PA account. And I've got the 20U. Really like this strategy. I'm going to run that one across 5 accounts. That one starts at 10. That one should kick in here pretty shortly. So that's what we're set up for today. And I always like to play the crude inventory. So I think what I'm going to do is take that one account that I kind of got beat up on yesterday, number 17. And I'm going to put it in one of my crude oil strategies. No, Mike. That, like I was mentioning, that one has not been officially released yet. I shared that in the what we call the bullpen. That's strategies that we've been testing that show promising results, but have not been officially
Orders
sent
submitted.
out. Oh, nice. Oh, then we could put it in the tool. You're right. You're way ahead of me, Colonel. Nice. Yes, for sure. What were the trading hours on that, Mike? Do you remember? It looks like I have a space at 10:30, but it looked like 10 to 10:30, and then 11 to 11:30, or 11 right to 12:30. Your ES6, you did well today, Steve. Look at Robert. Look at Sim Robert. Robert's retirement plan. Going to town. I always get pumped up when his strategies do good. Such a valuable member of our community. You know, there's definitely power in numbers, and with everybody's experience, the collaboration is really valuable information. I always say it. I tell you, this ninja's acting really weird on me today. I really apologize for this. Um, I'm starting to think maybe these images in the background of my charts, I think I'm going to get rid of them. Um, it leads me to believe I have two strategies running on Sim Retirement Plan for Robert. Just looking at my P&L and where price is. My charts are doing weird things today. Ah, great job, Steve. Let me know how that testing goes, Mike.
Orders submitted.
The cash register just took a trade. Ooh, boom! I did all my apexes just lit up on the Nasdaq long. I'm wondering which strategy it took. It looks like the 20U. Let's take a look at the 20U. I saw everything light up on my board here. Jumped in long. See if we can get this one to go for us. Um, a little late to the party, but we're in it. ES is bouncing off the VWAP. Getting a little heat on this one. Hopefully it bounces off that 15.
Orders submitted.
All right, we took a $300 loss on that trade. About 275 on my Apex accounts. It's right back in long. See if we can get it back. We got some upside resistance, but it was a nice pullback and go.
Order submitted.
Come on up. Breakthrough there. Come on, break on through. Push through. Usually I like a clear shot to my profit target, but let's see if it breaks. Come on, break through there. There we go. Come on up. Breakthrough. We break through here, we got some running room. Push through there. Go retest it. If we can get through this upside resistance, we've got a little bit of running room here. Come on, breakthrough. I think I'm going to take it right at resistance. If it bounces one more time, bounce up.
Order submitted.
I'm going to take profits right there. Let's re-enable the 20U. If I close the position on my chart trader, it will come disabled. So I have to go back in and manually re-enable it. I just don't like the way it was bouncing off of that pivot. I like to have a clear shot to my profit target. If I've got some resistance in my way, I like to bring my profit target right below the resistance. It's not going to be a full winner, but as Pete says, it's better to get a half a loaf than a poke in the eye. And that thing can very well bounce right back down and ruin a winning trade, a profitable trade. So we're still in the game. Took a small winner on it, and we'll look to get a better entry.
Order submitted.
Oh, crude inventory came out. Let's look at crude. My bad, I've let it go. Here's a short roll on crude. This could be the one. Let's put it over to the account I got banged up on yesterday. Was 17. Let's put it on Apex 17.
Order submitted.
Gold's long again. Let's see what the report said on crude, just so we have an idea. It's one thing to know the report's coming out, but I think it's important to know what the report was. What was the news? Some people buy the report and sell the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. U.S. crude inventory declines 800,000 barrels. So the supply has declined. So the price, you would think, would go up, 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 up. I play it.
Order submitted.
Get in. I think we got in that time. So I just took a manual trade on crude. Yesterday I took a beating on that one account, number 17, and looking at the news report, it looks like crude inventory declined by 800,000 barrels. So with that kind of news, you'd think that the price of crude would go up, but listen, I'm wrong more than I'm right. But I'd love to be able to recoup some of that money I lost yesterday on this one account. And I saw Apex extended their sale, the 80% sale, for another week. So what I'm really risking is about $33.
Order submitted.
Okay. I'm happy with that. So I got back the money that I lost yesterday. I probably could have let that baby run because that report is... I think that's going to send the price of crude up higher.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Black gold just took the reversal. That's a dangerous trade.
Order submitted.
So our black gold took the short roll. Our retirement plan is in short. This appears to be stuck. I think that chart's giving me some trouble. So if I want to build a chart on my control center, I'm going to look to replace my 2-minute chart. So on my control center, I'm going to go to New, Chart, and I'm going to load the NQ in my data series. And I'm going to, in my chart templates, I'm going to choose the 2-minute retirement plan with no image. I don't want that image. And my data series is a 2-minute. So I'm going to put the type on minute, and the value is 2. And I think 3 days is plenty. I'm going to try to conserve my resources to the best of my ability. So that's going to bring up a 2-minute chart. What I like to do is I like to see the RSI line. I'm really not concerned about fractal energy. Fractal energy is that yellow line. So in my plots of that indicator, I'm going to take my fractal energy. I'm just going to load my default template. I saved a template that changes the RSI line and makes it much more visible. And it does away with the fractal energy. So now if I put my account on the SIM retirement plan, on the 2-minute retirement plan, I'll be able to see my trade. If I was in one, I would be able to see it. I should be in one of these trades here on the NASDAQ. The signal A is the strategy that I was talking about. And I never did put it on there, so I don't have the signal A. But that's the one that I was ranting and raving about that's doing so great. And I did one thing. Well, I forgot one thing, and that was to put it on my live account. 2-minute AI drone. Okay, there we go. Well, it's flying to the downside. Trying to break through that support. Look for this bounce off the 50 on crude. So our software does a really nice job of defining risk. You can see our volume, we call this a volume zone or a pivot, are these areas of, in this case, support or resistance where price bounces off of. There were a lot of bulls sitting there ready to buy at that price. This time the bears were able to push it through, it appears. And it looks like we're headed down to our profit target. A full profit target on the retirement plan is going to be 180 to 200 ticks. If you're trading the system and you want to manually drag your stop, you have the ability to do that with this system. You would click once on the stop and then drag it, and when you want to drop it, you would click again once, and it'll drop it where you want to drop it. It's a good idea if you're not used to NinjaTrader and managing your stops, is to take a trade in Sim and just practice with it. Just practice moving it up and down and dropping it where you want it. If we break through this area of support on this 30 range, we've got a lot of selling pressure right now. I know NVIDIA tonight is reporting after market closes. Curious to see what that report comes out with. Here we go. I see that 2-minute pushing. It's up $1,000, 1,085. Boom! It got the full winner, and the signal B's off to the races. Let me see if I got in this signal B. Didn't get in.
Order submitted.
There we go. Something just got in. Black gold. Here's the bounce up on crude. Oh, I like this trade. This is a beauty here. Right up off the 50, bounced, and continuing into the trend. Our 50 is green. Our 15 is above our 50. Market structure-wise, this is set up for a nice long move on crude. Really nice entry on crude. Our black gold jumped in on it, and this one could run. Boy, that's set up perfectly. Steven, 11,960. Holy moly. Is that a typo? Is that almost 12 grand, Steven? That's amazing. Great job. Congratulations. Let me get this off real quick. I'm going to take that 17 off. Man, congratulations, Stephen. Great job. Stephen just made 12 grand on his PA account trading the Stephen strategy. That's a really exciting strategy. There goes crude.
Order submitted.
My Stephen just jumped in. Took a long trade on the NASDAQ. Boy, that's a crazy trade. I don't have the guts to do it.
Order submitted.
I'm kicking myself for not being in this long trade on crude. Knowing what the report was. Now, we got the pullback. We got some real selling pressure here on the NASDAQ. Our 2 minutes already, the only way the 2 minute gets in, it's important to know. The retirement plan, the only trade the retirement plan will take is the signal A entry. We don't want it to go long, but if it breaks up through the 20% line, it's going to trigger a long trade. If we have our 50 signal enabled, then it will skip the long trade because our 50 EMA is red. So it won't go long on a red EMA, 50 EMA. But then if it rolls back again short, you'll be in a nice short trade on the retirement plan. Because right now it is trending to the downside. So crude didn't give us much. Just made a few dollars on that trade. A little choppy. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. A 2 minute. Let's take a look at the ES. Wow, look at that prime time chart. I imagine you caught that big move down for that 12 grand. This is the my Steven is at minus 770. It looks like I got wicked out on this short entry. What happened there? Oh, it came down for a winner. Then went. Let me spread this out just a little bit.
Order submitted.
Yeah, Robert, my Steven is doing about the same as yours. I was down about 700. I reset it, so I pulled in one additional loser than you did. I'm right at break even. I'm trading 5 Apex accounts. I'm at break even on. Well, I'm down 100 on 4 of them, and I'm up 580 on the 5th. So I'm one trade away. I'm going to hang in there. Look to get some entries on that NQ 50,000 PA account. So we're going to hang in there through 11:30. Maybe we'll call it quits at about 12 o'clock. I'm curious to see how that PA template trades today. So we got gold on the drone. My top NASDAQ strategy up to now is that Smart Stop 2. Let me go back to it. Let me try to enable it. I try to disable some because I have a lot of strategies I'm testing here. Okay, my lag is okay. All right, let me run to the restroom real quick. I'm going to leave this running. Um, the one that I have it enabled on is the went to that 20U, and I got the PA account. I will be back in 2 minutes. Excuse me for just a moment.
Order submitted.
Okay, the retirement plan went long. Extremely oversold. Looking for a bounce back to the 50. Very quiet today, huh? This is a lot like yesterday, almost. There goes crude to the moon. It's never a straight path up, is it?
Order submitted.
There goes the haymaker. Haymaker's in. Here we go. Let's see if it catches this roll to the downside. This is one of our most exciting strategies. And this, I showed what it's doing this week. It's crushing it. We got some downside support. Volume is not that great today. Coming into this Labor Day weekend, we got all the big wigs out on the Hamptons, sailing their big sailboats and their yachts, hanging out on the 19th hole. Just under 1,000 contracts a minute are crossing. Let's see if the haymaker grows some legs here. Here we go. We got the push. Game time. Coming right into that area of support. Bounced. It kind of reminds me of the trade we just took to the long side for a small winner. It did the exact same thing. A gold long, crude long with Man, that thing's getting legs. Let's see if it can push through. One time for the retirement plan. I'm sorry, for the haymaker. I'm rooting for the wrong one. I was highlighting earlier in the broadcast the haymaker strategy for this week. We've got a few more hurdles to jump here to reach our profit target. Listen, there's nothing wrong with taking profits right here at this area of support. There it goes. It's pushing through. We got a lot of selling pressure. It's an exciting strategy. Kicking myself for not being in on it, but it is what it is. I should be on the signal B. Wow, look at our open. Oh, look at that. It came right into our profit window. So it's going to be a winner. It's just a matter of whether it's 600 or 1,000. Trying to push through. Come on. Get down there. Get down there. Ah, so close. Get it. Come on, haymaker. A little further. Ah, a heartbreaker. Come on. A nail biter. Oh, okay. And just like that, the haymaker is in. Love it. I had mentioned looking at this week, what came across my radar today was the haymaker, the signal A. No doubt about it. Let's generate the fresh results. 1,700 this week on the haymaker. If we throw in the AI technology and look at our bots and drones, our bot 2232 on the haymaker, our drone 2086. So all the 30 range signal A's combined, we're at $6,000 this week. Big numbers. Our 30 range signal A bot is at $2,200. When does it do it? At 9 a.m. is number one, 10:30 to 11. I think we got our entry right around 10:30 on that. Let's scroll back just a little bit. Our entry was 10:57, so it did fall into this window right here. 10:57. That was the haymaker. Let's see if that's showing up. Yep, it sure is. That 10:30 to 11 window is a huge window. So knowing all of that, before I got started, for some reason, I enabled the signal B. So that's why I like, that's why I like to look at those performance metrics. It's usually the first thing I do when I start trading is I just start looking through the week of what's hot. Now the ES signal B jumped in. Well, if that one gets on, it could really run up the score too. At 1250 a tick, that ES strategy, I've seen it really fired up. It's catching this big move down. Let's put it on the signal B. Broke below the VWAP. Not giving us the follow through we wanted. Wow. Big sell off on the NASDAQ. Well, I think what I'm going to do is go right to the signal A. If it does it again in front of me and I don't take it, I'm going to really kick myself.
Order submitted.
Yeah, now the signal B just jumped in. Oh, I don't like this entry that much. Not crazy about the entry. Oh, that's the signal B jump back in, not the NASDAQ. Crude oil's headed to the moon. Oh, I'm kicking myself for that one.
Order submitted.
Away we go with the crude oil. We knew it today was crude inventory report. The report came back. They were 800,000 barrels less production. So a decrease in the supply. Ever since that report came out, it's just a nice ride up. My prediction for NVIDIA? Scott, well, I kind of read up on it. It's just a guess, from what I've read. They're saying that from last year to year, it's going to double. The profits will double in 1 year.
Order submitted.
So I think it's going to be a really positive report. It's just with those reports, they say one wrong word about that forward-looking analysis. The report could be a good report, but then they'll give it a caveat. So I think it's going to be a good report, but I'm still nervous that there'll be some caveat that they say forward-looking, and it'll cause the opposite reaction. Crude's headed to the moon. I can't remember the last time I didn't play the crude inventory report, and I missed it today. You always guess the right direction when you're not in the trade. You know that? You ever see that? In your mind, you're thinking, oh, that's going to go up. And you don't take the trade, and sure enough, it goes up. Then when you take the trade, you think it's going to go up. You take the trade, and it goes down. I'll be damned. Yeah, it'll be interesting either way. See what happens.
Order submitted.
I think it's a good long-term hold. Knowing what's going on with AI and great job, Marcy. Exactly, Brandon. They're everywhere around the boat, and you just didn't bring your fishing pole.
Order submitted.
There goes our haymaker again. I'm sitting here talking, and I didn't get a chance to move it, and it's back in. This one's giving it some serious heat. This is a good illustration how important that risk to reward is. You saw a winner, went down and got us $1,000, and now we might pull in a loser on this trade, but it'll only be 25% of that. And if it moves some in our direction, we've got a trailing stop. Oops, sorry about that. Oh no. I started talking, I forgot to change it to the haymaker. Lo and behold, it's in another trade that has the potential to just fly to the downside again. Here we go. Sure enough, there goes the haymaker. Again. Another beauty. The signal A running it up. Boy, this one's got some legs too. This one broke right through that area of resistance support like it was nothing. Uh-oh. Now it's support. Here we go. Another one right in front. Boy, the trading gods, I'll tell you. Yes. Yes. Boy, what a beauty. 2 in a row. All the way. That's going to take us to our limit. I got no one to blame but myself on that. That's just what we were just talking about, right? Bam. That is it for that strategy. My signal B on the ES is flying too. I'm going to disable that one.
Order submitted.
That kind of profit, I just wouldn't let it trade again. I can't do it. I'm going to turn off those signal A's. They did their job today. My signal B is just sitting here, looking at I've got this one on all day. It's on the signal B. And it just never got in. I don't know what's going on. This thing is dropping down quicker than I can move. My God, where was that signal B? Did anyone else get a signal B trade on that? All right, this system, I'll tell you, it's just so powerful, so exciting to watch. Could do it again. If this RSI line came up high enough and rolls again, it looks like it just missed it right here. I needed that magenta line to break the 80% line to get another short roll. Excuse me. All right, that PA account should kick in any time now. Let me look at the master spreadsheet, see what time that thing starts. I think it's 11:30 if I remember correct. My 20U went to sleep. We've got a great Discord chat. In the Discord chat, if I go to the strategy collaboration, this is where yesterday I had promised the Colonel the settings for that 20U. They're right down here. And if you go into the software updates channel, there's always a link for this master settings. And if I click on that,
Order submitted.
it'll open up the master spreadsheet.
Order
And then I can see the trading hours of each and every one of our instruments. One of our members, I forget, I think it might have been the Colonel, mentioned putting
submitted.
trading hours so we could see them on our chart, which is really a great idea. You can see that signal B, big volume on the E-mini. Look at that, 6,000 contracts a minute. Huge volume. They're selling off the S&P right now, big time. Or my stop is out in right field. This is where I like to connect it. I'm going to connect it right to my 15 EMA. It looks like it is connected, actually. We don't want to give that too much room. At 1250 a tick, moved it down a little bit. We don't want to give too much back on that. That's a monster ES trade with very little risk. Okay, let's go back to the trading hours. I'm going to stay a little late today. I'm minus 100 on 4 counts, and I want to take a trade. I want to take a trade on our new PA template. If you're trading a PA account, we've time optimized this template. It's never easy to find this stuff, is it? Okay, here we go. I'm on the right track now. So on the master spreadsheet, the NQ 50K PA account is using the pattern recognition. It's using the engulfing. And it trades from 11:30 to 1. So that's going to kick in about 13 minutes. We're going to stick around. It's been an amazing session so far. That haymaker, man, I'll tell you, that is such an exciting strategy. And they are streaky. So that's why in the beginning of the session I said, let's see if we can find one that's doing really well this week. And sure enough, that signal A on that 30 range chart came right up to the top. And there was no ifs, ands, or buts about which one to trade at that point. It was definitely the 30 range haymaker. So we're going to stick right with the 30 range at 11:30 in about 12 minutes. We're going to trade that PA template. I still have the 20U. The 20U, I might be outside of my window of opportunity now. I'll check. It looks like it trades from 12 to trades right to 12:30. Doesn't take many trades. A 20 Unirenko just so you know, is a very big bar. It doesn't get faked out. I'm really shocked it didn't get in on that short move, because that's what it takes for it to get in. It's really a market that's really moving. But a 20 Unorenko, a new bar forms in the direction of the trend every 20 ticks. A Unorenko bar is not a time-based bar. It's based on ticks. So the 20 is how many ticks it takes for a new bar to form in the direction of the trend. So the 20 Unorenko does not get faked out very often. So we're going to move over to the PA account. And this is a strategy that let's see which entry it takes. It's a signal A entry, which is the one that's really performing well today. The volume is still very good on that E-mini. Anyway, it's a signal A entry. It's using the pattern recognition. And the ATM is kind of unique. We're giving it a little more room now. Oh, no, we're not. We have very little risk. It's only 20 ticks of risk. And we're going for 40 ticks of profit. So a 2-to-1 risk to reward. Just trying to get 40. And we're actually trailing it by 40. And we have the pattern recognition enabled on it. Yesterday it hit its profit target, well, my profit target. It hit 500 in fairly quick order. But you're only risking $100. If you're trading a live account or you're trading a prop account, a loser's not going to be too painful. They're always a little painful. But it shouldn't blow your account. You should be able to absorb a few losers on that with the potential to hit a few winners and potentially get yourself into a runner. There's nothing to prevent you, if you're in a nice trade, to moving your profit target and giving it more room to run. Let me close this spreadsheet. So you see this 10:30 window on the NASDAQ 30 range signal A. That's where we hit the two big winners today. Between 10:30 and 11 were the entry times. Let's take a closer look at the PA account. Okay, here we go. This is what the PA account looks like. This is why I'm kind of sticking in a little late today. It does really well between 11:30 and 12. No red bars. We've eliminated all the red bars. And it'd be interesting to plot the executions from yesterday to see how far they ran. You know, could we have moved our profit target even further? Because 40 ticks is, for the NASDAQ, sometimes it's just getting started. Oh, crude oil's coming all the way back down. See, and I would have bet the farm it was going to go long. All right, we got 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. We're in a big consolidation zone here. Did it reach its bottom? This 2 minute is so far oversold. Oh my goodness. We're going to stay an extra 30 minutes today. It's a signal A entry. So the signal A entry, we know we're looking at that RSI line in our Laguerre oscillator, and we're looking for it to break this line here. For a short trade, we need it to break back down through the 80% line. For a long trade, we would need to be pinned down in this red zone, and then a push up through the 20.
Order submitted.
Might get a push back up now. Retracement. The retirement plan jumped in long, which is really a good trade. I mean, geez, we must be 2 standard deviations below the mean.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
See, it would have taken this short trade right here. If we had that PA account within our trading window, would have been a loser. Looks like we only want to take long trades on this NASDAQ right now. But that could all change very quickly. Thank you, Rao. Rao's such a great guy, I'll tell you. Let me make sure my lag is okay. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay, it's green. All right.
Order submitted.
I think we're going to see a push up here.
Order submitted.
A retirement plan just locked in. I think it's 11 ticks of profit, and there's no more risk on the trade. See, when you see that happen, you could always take a sigh, a deep breath, and blow it out, because you can't lose. Now it's just a question how much you're going to win. Okay, we got 1 minute. 1 minute, and our strategy is going to kick in.
Order submitted.
Sim Robert retirement plan. Robert, you're back in the game, brother. Let's go to his strategy. I was mentioning Robert earlier. He's really got extremely talented with that strategy analyzer. NinjaTrader has a really powerful tool in their strategy analyzer that allows you to optimize these templates using multiple variables at one time, and he's mastered it. In fact, I've got a recording of how he does it, and I've got to go back and watch it a few more times because he's really good at it. All right, let's see if we can get this RSI line to come down. Maybe come down and back up. All right, 11:31. Let's see if we can pull in a winner. Need it to come down a little further. On the 30 range chart. I need my RSI line. There we go. That's what we needed. Now we need to pop up. That pivot up top is what's bothering me. This red line right here could filter out an entry. But now we've got our RSI line pinned. This thing could continue down. Very possible. Here we go. This could give us our long entry right here. We have a red 50. Not going to get it. Look at the ES signal B. That's a sleeper. Oh, thank you, Marcy. You're awesome, Marcy. Let me tell you, I am just amazed. Marcy, she is just like a sponge. She just learned this so quick. And she's very brave. She's very extremely smart. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, we got that line right above us. Oh, God, I didn't like that entry at all. Okay, but it was only $100. We don't want to go long with that pivot right above us. Traded right up into it. I'm going to have to take a screenshot of that entry. Something's not right. Robert, your strategy is going to drift right up into that profit target, man. I mean, that's as counter trend as you can get. We're just so far oversold. It's just slowly drifting back. Come on, push through now. There it goes. I had a feeling that was going to happen. That retirement plan is going to go all the way.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
The NQ 50,000 one-day pass just scored on that entry. What we need now is a retracement back to the 50 and a continuation into the trend to the upside. So let's see if we get a little bit of a pullback here. Sim Robert. Man, I should have went with your strategy, Robert. Called the bottom. Robert called the bottom on that one.
Order submitted.
So these NQ strategies just lit it up today. Holy moly. Here we go. It's forming these on these reversals. It forms a pivot. Let's get a little bit more of a pullback. Come back a little bit. Could ride that retirement plan right back down.
Order submitted.
It's going to come right back up to the 50. All right, we got about 20 more minutes. Nice job, Marcy. Nice, Rao. Wow, you guys are crushing it, man. Holy moly. The love of God. Rao got 5,000. Marcy another 705. Steven made 12 grand. Stapleton, the NQ signal Bs. Yeah, I couldn't get my signal B to fire a trade, Stapleton. A was the way to go. The data supported it. I made the same mistake as you. God only knows what kept me from trading that signal A. I'm just one trade away from having a good day. I just need it to set up for me. Here's another signal A on crude oil. Okay, come on, retrace now. Come on back. Here we go. Come on down. A little bit further. There you go. Come down. There we go. Now we're looking for a little more. Okay, okay. Now we need it to pop up. Hopefully that was enough. We might need a second opinion whether that broke through. Need a magnifying glass. That was a close one. The 30 range ABC Smart Stop is in. Went long. That was the entry. On the signal C, it jumped in. The trigger's about the 58% line. I saw Mark had replied to Suzanne in the Discord chat about the trigger on the signal C. And he was saying that it's right around the 58% line. Signal C is leveraging the exponential oscillator. Okay, here we go. We're set up now. We got our RSI line pinned to the bottom. So we need a pop up to the upside. The only problem being is we're headed right into some upside resistance. Don't know that we want to take that entry. So we might have caught it here at lunch hour, and a time that the market's just not moving for us. But my goodness, did we have our opportunities today? Needed to come back even further in order for this trade to make sense. Take a quick peek at the stock market. We got about 15 minutes left. That would have triggered the trade, but we're right up into that upside resistance. Unfortunately, the market's going into consolidation on us. That signal B on the ES came up and kissed our stop, and now it's headed right back down. I saw I get some emails every now and again, people wanting to connect. I don't know if you remember, but TD Ameritrade, if you trade stocks or options, but you used to be able to connect your TD Ameritrade connection to NinjaTrade. There we go. Okay, now that one's right at the line. Let's give this a little room. Here we go. Now we're trailing by 40. Let's open this up. This could be our entry. This could be the one we were waiting on. I'm going to move this up. I think what I'm going to do is put it right at the... Come on, push up. Push up. Come on now. Ooh, a burst.
Order submitted.
I wanted to move my... I should have moved my profit target up. All right, well, we got one winner out of that one. Oh, look at that. I chickened out. We had that area of resistance, and I wanted it to have a clear shot to my profit target. So I put the profit target just below that red line, thinking it would bounce. And man, it cut through it like a warm butter knife, like a butter knife through warm butter. Well, now it's retracing. Man, that could have been our entry long. You're still in? Good for you. Great job, Greg. I had to look and see who that was. And now it's acting as support. This thing could push right on up. Oh man, it's fighting it. Now it's resistance again. Here we go, Greg. I hope it didn't wiki you out. Never easy, is it?
Order submitted.
All right, let's give it 12 more minutes. Come on down. Let's set up again. The Dow's down, the S&P's down, the Russell's down. The biggest loser of the day is the NASDAQ. Didn't come down far enough. Come on down further. So that PA account template, it's a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So we should be up on that strategy. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, we're up about $90 trading. I think it's trading one contract. It might be trading two. No, just one. All right, we're going to need it to break and then make a retracement. Get on through there. Having a hard time getting through 410.
Order submitted.
We get a lot of members. You'd be surprised, and they're happy, very happy, to consistently make a couple hundred. That would be great for them. I'm kind of the same way. I guess I'm one of them. Rao, I hate to admit it. But I would be perfectly content. I think content is the perfect word. Make a couple hundred extra per day. That one did not come down far enough, unfortunately. All right. Let's give it 10 more minutes. You can see our leaderboard, the NASDAQ today. I mean, it just hammered it.
Order submitted.
This is what my strategies look like. I did go through one little phase there that I disabled and re-enabled to get my computer going. But the NQ 50,000 one-day pass, that's 2 days in a row. Make a mental note. Just to give you the background, on Friday when we released the update, we also optimized all of the times the one-day pass runs. The NQ 50,000 one-day pass was one of them. So the last 2 days, that strategy has hit the one-day pass. So the 30 range NQ 50,000 one-day pass is the hot one right now. And then what can I say, the Haymaker, man, we were talking about that since we started. The Haymaker strategies, the bot, the drone, and the Haymaker, all three of them are crushing it this week. It really likes this trading environment. And then Sim Robert. That's Robert's optimized 2-minute. My Sim Robert is up 1340. Great job, Robert. And our Sim Smart Stop 2, that's the one using the pattern recognition that we released on Friday. Mine is up 1,095 today. And then our other retirement plan that Robert did not optimize is up 655. I have a copper strategy. I believe that's a conservative crude oil strategy that I'm working on. And I had one Apex account that we took a quick trade on crude, and I recovered a majority of the losses from yesterday. My ES Signal B wound up with 537. We're back in on the Smart Stop. Retirement plan. My Signal B is up nominally, Stapleton. I tried all day to get in. I couldn't get in on a Signal B for the life of me. And our YMs, man, this YM is, let me tell you quietly, it's getting consistent results on the YM. I got to keep a closer eye on it. The thing with the YM is it's $5 a tick, just like the NASDAQ, but it's not as volatile. You don't get those huge moves like you do on the NASDAQ. So it's not quite as exciting to trade, but it does seem to have some consistent results. And then we started the day with gold, came right out of the box strong. We had a couple gold strategies in there. The crude Signal B, our trend trading strategy on crude, was able to bring in about $130. So the highlight of the session, there's no doubt, it was our Haymaker strategy that's crushing it this week. We're going to give it just a few more minutes here. I'll show you where I'm at on my personal accounts. You saw the one apex I have is up about 580, and then my other accounts are here. I'm down about $80. It looks like I'm in a trade now. I am. I'm in the NQ20U. Let's see what's going on that trade. I need this trade here to end my day on a positive note. So I'm in the 20U. Took a long trade on the NASDAQ.
Order submitted.
And I want to bring my profit target just below this area here. I want to give it a straight shot right to my profit target. Well, ooh, boy, that came dangerously close. Bounce. Come on. My 15 is red and sloping down. That's not a good sign. Go ahead. Go yellow and green. Push on up. Okay. So I wound up down about 300 across 4 accounts. My 20U was not the way to go today. But let's see if we can catch one last trade. I'm still alive on the 50K account. I see my oscillator now, my RSI line's pinned, so we could get a bounce. Let's go back to the PA account. We got a few more minutes. I'll try to get in on this one last trade. We got 4 minutes. Oh, thank you, Marcy. Okay, come on now. Let's get this. Get me back in the game. Didn't take it. Okay, I think that pivot prevented our entry. That 20U wicked me out and then came right back up to that area of resistance. All right, well, I can't say I didn't try. What I wanted to do is go back to yesterday real quick while we're here and just see if these trades ran at all. It was, I think this is this morning, actually. Here's yesterday at about 11. Nope, it didn't run.
Order submitted.
Long entry. It grinded it out yesterday, actually. There were no real runners. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. There were no runners yesterday. It just grinded out $500 and stopped on my computer. All right, good to know. All right, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Man, we had our opportunities today. What can I say? That 30 range signal A, we're going to keep a really close eye on it tomorrow. We're going to be ready, locked and loaded. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow. If you would, please like our video on YouTube. It helps us out, gains us a little traction. And God bless you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye-bye.